My name is Charles Johnson. I'm the president of the African American Historical Society of Portsmouth. I'm here with remarkable Portsmouth archives. The African American Historical Society of Portsmouth was established back in 1996. Prior to that time, there's always been people who were interested in history, but there was no main source to go to. So this organization was created, starting with the Portsmouth Colored Community Library Museum as a focus. And in doing so, they started to grow. The number of people, family, friends, other guests, they would come to the society and they would share. And so we developed these three objectives. And the objectives were, first of all, let's continue to always research, get the details, the information, the true story, but also preserve what we had from oral interviews, from written documents and so forth. And we also want to make sure that we promote, educate the people on what we have, not just to put it on the shelf. The African American Historical Society of Portsmouth, I think, was needed because there were many groups, church groups, civic groups, people out there who were talking about African American history and history in general, but it was, I say, convoluted. It was here, it was there. And so we needed a place where we could come together and unify that. And so we saw the African American Historical Society of Portsmouth as the perfect way of doing it, to get people to come to one place and to share what they have and to promote it. Anyone can be a member of the African American Historical Society of Portsmouth, but the key point is one has to have an interest, somewhat of a passion for history. And if one does not have that passion, if you have artifacts or items that are associated with history and you just want to share them with us. So if you reach out to us, we'll gladly work with you. You can come to the meetings, you can do the research, and you can help us promote history of really all people, even though it's focused on African Americans. The African American Historical Society of Portsmouth objective of researching and promoting the history is important because there are many times that what is known in history, you pass it down orally, you pass it down maybe in a letter or maybe in a little paper somewhere, and they are just there for those people who are listening, for those people who are reading it. Our concept is to make sure that all the history is there for all people moving forward. In order to do that, you've got to preserve that. And you've got to move into different centuries. You go from the printed time of the 1900s to the 21st century. And now we have media, technology. You've got to move into that. And now we are using all forms of technology to get it out to the public, to preserve it, so it can go beyond Portsmouth. African American history is American history. American history is world history. So I think we all should know about the history. And yes, there are some people who, because of who they are, racially, religiously, ethnically, and so forth, who may have a better feel or know more about it. But history is something that's worldwide.